Hello guys, this is episode 3 of Wicked Recovery. Today is Labor Day, Monday, September 5th, and it is my 5-week milestone of sobriety, so yay. This recording is going to be kind of shoddy because it's taking place on a road trip in a different car, a rental, so I don't have my handy dandy tripod thing that I keep mounted on the dash, so I'm holding it in front of me. It's just bursting with safety. I know. That's how I roll. There's so much I want to share that I'm just gonna not share any of it much, really, because honestly, this is not a good time for going into recounting all the awesomeness, but this weekend has been miraculous for me in some very interesting ways. I hope to fill you in. I can't promise I will because life is getting a little busy, but the very shorthand version is that I came to Tennessee to spend some time. My mother's in the hospital. If you've ever watched some of the videos where I talk about family, my mother is, she's been fighting breast cancer for years. It's metastatic. There's no cure for that. People don't survive that. She's been fighting her ass off for 3 years, and she's still fighting. She took a bad turn for the worse last week, and I dropped everything as soon as possible and came down here to spend as much time with her as I could. And in all of that sadness of, it's heartbreaking torture to see this. In that sadness, there has been blessings beyond my greatest wishes. And I know this sounds, hyperbolic, like I'm hyperboling out the yin yang. I got it, I know. And like I said, maybe I can fill you in, but that's not what this video is about. This video is an update. And so the update is I'm 5 weeks sober. It's going so well. This would have been the perfect excuse to throw all my efforts away and say, my mom is dying. She might be, my mom is dying. I could have used this as the best excuse to just say, who cares, and get trashed. But not only, knock wood, I do try to be careful not to jinx things with myself, but I'm thankful that not only have I not done that, I haven't felt any desire to do that. I haven't felt any temptation to do that. It's not like I talked myself out of it. I shared with my sister, I spent a lot of time with my sister this weekend, that I feel your prayers, you guys, all of you who have been loving and supportive and have said, I'm thinking of you and I'm praying for you and I'm lighting a candle for you and you got this. And you guys, I literally feel it. I feel it. And I thank you because it is making it easier. I know it's not going to be easy forever. If you've ever done anything with addiction, there's the pink cloud. The pink cloud is sort of that feeling you get anytime you're proud of yourself and you're finally doing something you need to do. Kind of like if you join a gym and you actually go a few times in a row, you might have a little pink cloud that, yay, I'm finally gonna get this, When you set your New Year's resolutions, those people who And I'm one of them who, you might keep your resolutions for 2 or 3 days and you're like, I got it, I finally am beating this bad habit. And then things get boring or tough or hard, or you're sad, or you feel bad, and you fall right back to where you were. That's a pink cloud. It's a real thing for a lot of people, and it can last for months. It can even last for a year or two. And I'm only 5 weeks, so I get that. All right, so that's my update. I'm going strong, and I'm thankful to you guys. I'm thankful to my guides, I'm thankful. I'm just thankful. I try to remember every morning to wake up and say thank you before I get out of bed, and to say thank you at night, you know? That's the update. I've been trying to also give you a little tip each week. This week it's similar to accountability, but it's being honest and just telling people. Now, you don't have to give yourself uncomfortable labels, especially if you feel shameful about it, which I don't feel like you should feel shameful, but I'm not walking your path, and I have felt shame over the years, so I get it. But being truthful and honest and just telling people, you know, like I told my dad didn't know. I had told my mom already, because she's like one of the few people in the world I actually tell things to, most things. But I told my dad, I told my sister. But I don't do it like, I have to tell you something, I'm an alcoholic. I just say, I have struggled with using alcohol to cope with issues for decades, and I'm finally trying. And I've tried before with minimal success, and I know I don't got this thing necessarily, but I'm trying. And usually the people who love you, they're just proud of you. They say, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm proud of you. Good job. And that's the end of it, you know? I mean, you can say more if you want, or you can just let it go. But again, I'm not in college. I'm not in high school. I'm not a young person who is hanging out with party people, you know? I'm in my 40s with professionals who they respect it, and then we move on. So I think admitting, if you feel like it's a safe place, and if you can do it in a way where you're not putting yourself down and saying, I fucked up and in the 12 steps, I don't know which step this is. It's probably none of the steps. I'm not making amends for anything. I'm just surrendering and letting people know I've surrendered. And I think it helps, because kind of like with the first week in accountability, when people know you're no longer that person who jokes about alcohol constantly, or whatever your addiction of choice is, they're less likely to offer you drinks. And when I didn't tell people, I think I purposely was leaving myself a back door. So if someone offered me a drink and I was like not feeling strong, I'd be like, yeah, sure, thanks. So I don't do that now. Being honest and admitting to family, that's my tip. The last part I wanted to say is my book recommendation. I won't have a book recommendation every single week, but I have had one the last couple weeks. Because with road trips, I have 9-hour trips here. The road trip down to Tennessee, I listened to a whole book. It was called Blackout. And the author is Sarah. Her last name is like Hepola or Hepola. I don't know how you say it. Hepola. Blackout. And as usual with memoirs, it was read by the author, and she read it magnificently. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful book. I really, for myself, have found a lot of support and inspiration and community through people who don't know I exist, you know, through the sobriety podcast, like Recovery Elevator, which I always reference, and audiobooks, specifically audiobooks that women write, as I am a woman, in case y'all hadn't noticed. So that's it. I think my editing on this video is going to be really half-assed. It's an official school night. Tomorrow is the first official day of school with kids. And I'm not even going to be home until 8:30 tonight. And I got a ton to do to be ready for tomorrow. So editing is not going to be at the top of my list. I'll try to edit out where my GPS keeps saying, watch out, object on the road. I kind of object to that pronunciation, but that's okay. So if I don't edit it at all, I'm sorry. I promise I'll do my best next week if I'm here. And God is willing, I'll be here for next week with a 6-week update. If I'm here, I'll make it better. I have to say, last thing, even though it's a stressful time in my life right now, and I should be miserable, I'm so thankful I'm not miserable. I am so happy and blessed and thankful. And there's so much more about that I want to tell you. And if I ever get a chance, maybe I can update and share some stuff with you. But for now, just wanted to check in, and I love you. Have a wonderful week. Happy Labor Day if you're over here in the US of A. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace, guys.